Alright everyone, today we're going to be reviewing it. Alright, so we're on our way to watch It, the movie, and I'm joined by...
We're gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch it. And I'm joined by King Schmiegel, as she will be called for now. And I don't know anything about It. Do you know anything about It?
All I know is that there's kids, there's a clown, and it's... Can we recut the video?
Personally...
The original movie. Have you seen the original?
No, I haven't. I don't know anything about It. Have you seen any of it?
It is a novel by Stephen King that I have not read.
A clown that scares children. It sounds pretty typical. Okay, so we're going to go into this movie pretty much not knowing anything about it.
Nothing, really.
My personal criteria for judging a movie is there's two things. Did it make me feel anything? And number two, would I see it, buy it, or use it again? We're talking about a movie, so would I see it again? Would I watch it again? So that's my personal criteria.
What I'm looking for in this movie is just be creepy, like show us something different that we haven't seen, because in horror movies we always see the same kind of things. Like, if it avoids jump scares, like I'm so tired of jump scares. Like, that's just... I just want to see creepy images, right? I want to be... That creeps me out. That freaks me out. I don't need to feel a loud noise that just scares me, you know what I mean?
But what if it was like 100 loud noises? That's different.
That's annoying. That's Transformers.
We got all that out of the way, right? So we're ready. We're ready to watch the movie.
Let's get there alive first.
Yeah. You mean that time from?
I was playing Candy Crush and turning the time back.
Oh.
To get more live.
Oh. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
We don't have time for this.
Whoa. We have time for it. We already have tickets. We got 4 minutes.
Are we just gonna get... Let's do lunch afterwards. Unless you really... We don't have time for this.
Wait.
What is that?
Jalapenos to snack on.
You can't just eat jalapenos.
My body's gotten used to it. Right here. It's on the list. Yeah. I think it's good. Do we have enough time for food? I was gonna eat jalapenos. From here. But we're not Premiere. Sponsor us, please, AMC.
Fancy Premiere members.
Yeah. That's okay.
Chicken waffle sandwich, $12.99. Chicken tenders, $12.99.
Amazing prices.
Okay, what do we want?
2, 3-inch, 7-inch, $3, 7-inch. I don't know.
I don't.
You don't like lids. What is this?
That way you can feel the ice on your lip, and it gives you a really cool sensation.
You put ice in your drink? That's us, right?
Yeah, it's not us.
What are we?
We're 270.
What?
273.
437.
God, is that our pizza?
That's our pizza. Gotta grab the pizza and let's run.
Dude, we're gonna freaking hightail it out of here.
Yeah. Pizza! We need it! They're huge. We don't have time. We don't have time.
We don't have time.
We don't have time. The movie started
We don't have time.
like 15 minutes
We don't have time.
Happy birthday. I've already understood.
The movie's done.
Somebody's gonna kill me tonight.
Alright, so we just got back from watching It, and we're going to discuss the movie with some minor spoilers. Nothing major.
Major spoiler.
Nothing major. But if you don't want to hear any spoilers at all, go ahead and skip to the time on the screen right now, where we give out how we actually feel and whether you should watch or not watch the movie. With that being said, we have not talked to each other about it at all. So this is the first time we're going to say something about how we felt. So, first impressions of it.
You go first. You go first.
My first impression, is that even a horror movie? I mean, what? To me, it was completely unexpected. It felt like supernatural kind of movie rather than a horror movie.
I would put it in a horror category. Yeah.
Yeah, technically you could put it in a horror category if it was scary.
Yeah, never in this whole movie did I really feel scared, but what I felt during this movie is that it's actually a pretty good movie. A well-made movie, but I wasn't scared at all. I never got scared. It was a well-made movie.
So let's go ahead and talk about the pros of the movie. Then we'll get into the cons, but let's go ahead and talk about the pros. What did you like the most about it?
It felt very much like an old 80s movie, like Nightmare on Elm Street, which they do reference in the movie. And it does feel like a lot like Stranger Things. Oh, like that was in my head the entire movie.
It's because probably the main character from Stranger Things is kind of like the main character in it.
Not only that, though, they had a very 80s feel. They had little references, 80s thing. Even when it got into the scares, like the type of effects, like when the clown Pennywise was doing weird contorted stuff, it reminded me a lot of those types of older movies that use practical effects and not like CGI and all that, because it didn't feel CGI to me. It really felt practical, and I know a lot of that was CGI, but it does harken back to the old style effects, which I really loved about the movie. I think it was probably my favorite, and whenever I see, maybe the giant clown or something, and something that looks really, or when he's all contorted in the fridge,
yeah,
and comes out, that stuff is the best part of the movie to me.
So I know we're gonna have a couple different opinions here,
Okay.
as far as when it comes to the cons. But for me, what the pros was the characters, the children. I think they spent a ton of time in this movie developing the characters. Usually that would take away if there's too much time spent on it, but I think we got to know the characters, we got to learn it, and that's something you don't usually get in horror films. They're just thrown in a situation and they're all killed off. In this one, we learn who they are and we're kind of sent on their journey, and in a way we don't want them to die, we want them to continue on. And I think that was probably the main strong point. I really like these characters. I like how they interacted with each other. I didn't necessarily like.
We're not going to the cons yet.
Okay, we're not going to the cons yet. Also, it was surprising to see that was kind of like a psychological horror rather than a straight up clown horror.
If you're a fan of horror movies, you're really gonna like this movie.
Well, hold on. Let's go to the cons first.
Okay.
Let's go to the cons. You can start off the cons, because we're gonna have a huge disagreement.
There's not really much that I didn't like. It did seem kind of repetitious at sometimes. Like during the middle of the movie, there would be a scare, and then we go on to the next one, and then another scare, and they just seem kind of like the same thing happening over and over again. That kind of like a little, but towards the end it got a lot better.
I did like the opening dialogue from the clown. I thought it was perfect the way he interacted.
I forgot the opening dialogue.
His first words, I didn't expect him. He was just like talking, kind of like in a friendly-ish tone.
Oh yeah, with the kid.
To bring him in. Yeah. I'm just going to go into the cons.
Okay.
I think that's a good segue into the cons. I didn't like the horror part of the movie.
What are you talking about?
I thought the movie was a good psychological thriller. If you take all the horror and throw it out the window. Like, no horror. Don't want any of that.
Horror.
Yeah, all the clown stuff.
That's the whole movie. The entire movie.
That didn't work for me. Here's the thing, though. Every time one of the kids got scared, it was like a jump scary thing. It was like a lame thing. It was like big sounds. It was like I'm playing a video game and then there's just a jump scare. I felt like they were in a normal happy world and then all of a sudden scares. There's no build up. There's no creepy atmosphere. Yeah, you got a creepy house they're going into, but that's just like sudden change. It got to have tension. It got to build up, and I feel like it was such a jump scary movie. I mean, the clown, I think, was a huge miss because you had such a good creepy vibe to open it up, you know, with the talking nice, and it was like he's kind of creepy. What is this clown up to? And then you kind of figure out he wants to kill you. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of tricking the kids.
Tension. Yeah, that's probably why I was never scared during this, because there really is no tension at all, except for maybe you don't want the kids to get hurt or get killed. I like this movie, but I didn't love the movie.
For me, I did like it, except for all the scary parts. I feel like they could have taken the scary parts out of the movie and make a good movie, a psychological movie. Maybe they had to go into somewhere and like remove something from a pedestal, and then everything goes away. Just take out all the scary clown stuff.
The kids were all right.
The kids were all right. That was the
They
movie.
were all right. Like
That was the movie.
Okay, they were really good actors for these kids. I wasn't invested in their story that much. I didn't feel really that invested.
So you didn't really care about these kids, but you liked the clown and the scares. I thought the kids were amazing.
No, I did. Don't get me wrong. I thought the kids were amazing, but their story was kind of just almost a cliche now.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, would you, or do you have any more comments before we get to the recommendation?
No, I was gonna say, what was our favorite scene during the movie?
Okay. My
Favorite scenes.
favorite scenes.
I hear crickets outside.
Let's just get to the.
Okay.
Let's just cut everything.
We're gonna edit all this out.
No. Would you recommend this movie based on the criteria you established?
I would say yes. I wouldn't say go opening day or whatever. I would say just if you're gonna rent a movie, yeah. This is probably,
So $1 Redbox.
yeah, $1.50 Blu-ray on the Redbox. I would say yeah. I mean, go ahead. I mean, it's a very well made movie. So this movie's at a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's a pretty darn good.
Well, before we continue saying darn good, go see the movie. All right, here's my opinion. I established 2 criteria. Did it make me feel anything? In this one, it should be a scary movie. So did it make me feel scared?
Did you feel scared at all?
Not one bit. I feel like this is for like 12-year-olds.
Dude, 12-year-olds would crap their pants during this.
But they're not even supposed to be seeing this. I don't know how there was like 5-year-olds watching this
There
movie.
was, like, a family brought their 2 little kids that were like 10 years old to this movie.
So they're the ones on Rotten Tomatoes writing, "Oh, this is so scary. Why did Mom bring me to see this movie?" Okay, but besides that, if you want to be scared, no. But it did make me feel something for the characters. I was rooting for them to survive and I'm rooting for them to succeed. Does that carry on a whole movie that's supposed to be a horror movie? Would I see it again. Usually, if I would see something again, it's worth recommending to you. It's worth seeing. I would never see this movie again. I would never see this movie again. It wasn't scary. It was super jump scary. Pennywise was unique. Pennywise is a unique character. It might be worth it just to watch it and to see how Pennywise is, how Pennywise acts. But if you're going to watch it for scares, it is over a 2-hour movie. Yeah, it was 2 hours and 15 minutes. Would you invest that much time just to watch little kids mess with each other? That's pretty much what you're paying for. So I do not.
For little kids to mess with each other? What?
Picking on each other, calling each other names, kid stuff.
Aren't you guys coming in?
It's gray water.
What the hell's gray water?
It's basically piss and shit. So I'm just telling you, you guys are splashed around in millions of gallons of dairy pee. So, are you serious?
Doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
Have you ever heard of a staph infection?
Also, a
This
staph
is
infection.
so unsanitary.
So I wouldn't pay for that. I don't.
You don't want to see this again?
I don't want to see it. Pennywise is unique. Characters, you probably can get that somewhere else. But they're unique.
Were straight out of Stranger Things.
Exactly. Go watch Stranger Things instead. There's just about as much scary things as there are in Stranger Things as there are in It. You'll probably get more scared watching Stranger Things than watching
Stranger
It.
Things as if Stranger Things was a 2-hour movie. Kind of.
With a clown thrown in.
With a clown instead of whatever.
An under demon thing. Okay, well, there you have it, you guys. We have 2 different opinions here. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Was it good? Would you watch it? Have you watched it? Are you just going to skip it? Let us know if you made it this far into the video. Why not go ahead and subscribe and hit that like if you like the movie. Hit that dislike if you dislike the movie. It doesn't matter, but thank you guys so much for watching. This has been me and King Schmeagle here, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Wow.